Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to day 3 of our online learning. Today we're going to talk about writing the equation of a line that passes through 2 points, like in example 1. We are also going to be doing writing the equation of a line that's parallel to a given line passing through a point. And we are going to do the same thing, only the lines are perpendicular. So let's start with example 1. Very simple. How do you write the equation of a line that passes through 2 points? The first step is to find the slope. You can look over my work there to find the slope. And then after you find the slope, which in this equation, if you do -2 minus -7 and 6 minus 3, you get 5/3. You're going to substitute that slope, whatever you get for your answer in step 1, into step 2, into y equals mx plus b. So now I have y equals 5/3 x plus b. The third step is to pick either one of the points. It does not matter which point you choose, either point, and I chose the point 6, -2, so I chose to put 6, -2, in for x and y, into that y equals mx plus b equation there. So I put the 6 in for the x coordinate and the -2 in for the y coordinate, and it looked like that. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the m times the x, and it's a fraction, but no worries there. 5 times 6 is 30, and when you divide by 3 you get 10. And then you subtract 10 from both sides to solve for b. And now that you have m and b, remember what the directions were in the beginning, write the equation of the line. All you need is the slope and the y-intercept. So if I go back down to this step here, now that I know that b is -12, I'm just going to put the m and the b into y equals mx plus b, like so. And because b is -12, it ends up being subtraction. So the final answer there is y equals 5/3 x minus 12. All right, any questions? I don't hear any. Okay, good, so I'll move on. I'm just kidding. If you have any questions, you can always text, you could always send me an email or a message on Google Classroom. You know I'm there for you. All right, so this one's blurry, so let me fix that for you. My button on my camera. There it is. Sorry. Technical difficulties. All right, so example 2, write the equation of a line that's parallel to y equals -3x plus 1 and passes through a certain point in space. So step 1, the question I have to ask myself is, what is the slope of a line that's parallel to y equals -3x plus 1? And parallel means same slope. So I just substitute -3, which is the slope of that line, same slope, into y equals mx plus b. Piece of cake. Same slope. So that slope up there, y equals -3x plus 1. The m is -3. Same slope. Boom. So this line is going to be parallel because it has the same slope. Now I just have to get it to pass through the point -5, 7. So I'm going to substitute in -5, 7. Man, this camera does not work. There it is. Okay, sorry. So I'm going to substitute -5, -7 in for x and y. And when you do m times, or slope times x, -3 times -5 is 15. Subtract 15 from both sides. -7 take away 15 is -22. I solve for b. And now I take the m and the b and put them back into the equation. And there's my answer, y equals -3x minus 22. All right. And last but not least, example 3. What do I do if instead of that word being parallel, what if that word was perpendicular? Well, I do the same thing. I identify, so all the steps actually are kind of the same as the previous one. If you look at the steps, you're still finding the slope. You're putting it in for y equals mx plus b. You're putting the point in and solving for b. So actually all three of these problems, you'll notice, have the same kind of steps. The only difference in this problem is the word perpendicular means that the slopes are opposite reciprocals. So what does that mean, opposite reciprocals? It means that they're going to have different signs. So if one is positive, the other one's going to be negative. And reciprocal means that you flip the fraction. So if it's a whole number, that's still a fraction. You just put it over 1. And then the reciprocal means that you flip it. So if I look at this one has a slope of 1/2. Y equals 1/2. So what is the opposite reciprocal of 1/2? Well, that would be negative 2 over 1, which would be simplified to be negative 2. So now we've got the slope of the line that's perpendicular. I put that into y equals mx plus b. And then I substitute the point in. The point is negative 4, 1. If you look up there in the example problem, negative 4, 1. So I'm going to substitute that in for the x and the y and solve for b. And when I solve for b, I get negative 7. And I put the m and the b into the equation. Y equals negative 2x minus 7. How do I know this answer is correct? Well, it's perpendicular to the original line, because that line has a slope of 1/2. This one has a slope of negative 2. And this point here, negative 4, 1, if you substitute that in there, it makes that equation true. All right, so that's it. Those 3 example problems will help with your homework that you have. And if you have any questions on it, you can feel free. I'll shoot you another example. And that's it. Good luck. I miss you all. And hopefully you're safe and well and taking care of yourselves and your families. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.